In this lesson, I'm going to be completing the base plate in AutoCAD. So first thing I want to do is take a look at this object and see what's available. So the first thing that I see is that this is essentially a rectangle with circles, and two of these are concentric circles. So what I'm going to do then is go ahead and start on this, make this 0, 0 on my left. I don't really know what this angle is. It looks like it's 60 degrees. I could figure it out, but there really is no need here. So once I have AutoCAD open, I'm going to go ahead and go to the menu above the ribbon and make sure that I'm in the 2D or the drafting and annotation. And you do that in the icon below. And so we're going to be working in 2D and annotation. The other thing I want to do is make sure that I have my settings here with my snap settings done before I start. I don't want to do this on a snap, but I do want to have my puller on, and I'm doing it at 90-degree increments. You can change it, but I just default to 90. And then my object snap, I usually have the midpoint on there and the intersection. These are not defaults. And then over here in the object snap, you also see what I do here. And I'll go ahead and say OK. So let's go ahead and again look at the exercise that we're doing here. And I'm going to essentially start at 0, 0, and I'll go up on the y-axis 4 inches, and then on the x-axis positive 4.2. So let's go ahead and do that. And so let's go ahead and take our line. And so I'll just move this to the side while I do this for reference. And so let's go ahead and hit the line tool. Here's my command line. I'll just go ahead and type in 0, 0, enter. All right, let's try that again. Command line 0, 0, enter. And you'll see, now if you don't know where it is, you can just scroll in and out until you find it. And I'll point up on the y-axis, and I'll go ahead and type in 4 and push enter. Then what I want to do is move my mouse to the positive on the x-axis or to the right, and I'll go ahead and type in 4.25. All right, and then I can either right-click and say enter or hit escape on my keyboard. So I'll do that. Now, I want to verify this before I go along. Now, I can always look at my command line and drag it up, and I can say, okay, 0, 0, and there's my points here, but it's probably better here because I have to dimension this anyway, just to verify it with my dimensions. So what I'll do here is I'll go to the dimension, and so it defaults to the linear, and so I'll go ahead and select my 0, 0. Now I'm going to actually carefully make sure I'm on the point here. Let's move to the right, and then the same thing on the top. All right, and I'll move that above. Now, the only thing is you're going to notice the precision or the tolerance is a little off. I can do it later, but it might be easier to show it to you now. So what I'll do then is I'll make sure that on the menu bar above the ribbon, I want to make sure that I'm showing the menu bar. And I'll go to Format, and I'll hit Dimension Style. And then I'll go ahead and go to Modify. And so I want to match this precision, which was the tenths and the hundredths. So I'll go here to my primary units, and I'll change the precision to match. All right, you can see it does a little preview. I'll say OK, and I'll close. And so there it's matched up. So that way I don't have to go through later. I'll deal with the line weights later. The line weights, though, essentially are on the properties. You right click and you make sure your properties open, and then you'll go to the line weight, and I usually default to 0.50 because it shows up when I plot. And so I'll do that. Now you'll notice though that it doesn't really appear until I confirm that on the bar below. I want to make sure my line weight is there, and then I'll just turn that on. Now, most people don't want to have that when they're working because it can get in the way. So I'll just turn that off for now, and then I can go back and undo them all at once. All right, so let's continue this drawing. And so I'm going to move on this x-axis. I'm going to move over 5.5 inches, and then I'm going to move up on the y 2 inches. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I could just try to snap on there, but honestly, if I do that, I risk missing it and not realizing it. So I'll type in 0, 0, enter. I'll move my mouse to the right on the x-axis, and I'll type in 5.5, enter, and then I'll point my mouse up, and I'll type in 2 and press enter. Now, let's just go ahead and finish this off. I'll close that and I'll go ahead and push enter. Now, I need to verify that first, right? So it looks okay, but we really don't know till we measure this, all right? So if you ever do get lost in here, something you can do is just on this view cube, you select a view cube, and then you just hit top, and that'll recenter everything. So let's go ahead, and I can also take the pan tool here, and I can move it around, so I'll do that. And let's go ahead and dimension this just to verify it. So again, let's verify this. And I can scroll in and out if I need to. Dimension, same thing. Move this out. And so one thing to notice about dimensions is the larger dimensions are always on the outside. So notice that the 4.2 is on the top, and these other dimensions are held within. All right, so that looks good.